Monique gets emotional while speaking on being immortalized after starring in a television show.
Oh, wow. Thank you, baby. You know, somebody said thank you for the Parkers. It's something that when I'm laying in the bed and my grandbaby is laying next to me and she's 4 and we're watching the Parkers. So when she's at home and she wants to watch the Parkers, she doesn't know to call it the Parkers. She says, Daddy, can you put Grandma on the TV? So what a blessing, because there will come a time where they'll call my number from the waiting room and I'll no longer be here physically. However, for generations to come, when I'm no longer here, my granddaughter may be able to be laying in the bed with her grandchild, and they're watching my image on that TV. Do you know how amazing that is? Which means, I don't know why that's choking me up, but I'll never ever be gone. I'll never be gone. When I watch Good Times, and you see Esther Roll, and though that woman is no longer with us physically, you can watch that show and still feel her presence, as if she's still alive. Once you hit that TV, baby, that's something magical and unexplainable, because you never die. Isn't that insane? And the Parkers has now been on for over 26 years. It's never left the air. So I am grateful that I can watch that show with my grandbabies. Let me clear you on something, the baby that just told me about God. If you listen to what I said I will be gone physically. Do I believe it keeps going? I do. That's why it's called eternal life. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. So, oftentimes, we're not listening to hear what someone's saying. We're listening to figure out where we can jump in and put in what we want to say. Listen to what I'm saying, my baby. And for all the warriors in here for Jesus, I respect that. But before you want to put on your cape and fight for Jesus, listen to what I'm saying. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. What makes Countess Vaughn so amazing, and that chemistry we had. 99% of our interactions were ad-libbed in the moment, right in the moment. That's how deep our chemistry was. Hey, baby. Is that what I do, Candidly Chris? Oh, I love y'all, my babies. That's it. You're right. Religion is totally different than being a believer. That's what somebody just put. You're absolutely right. Wow. This baby says, I interviewed you in Okinawa before the Parkers aired. I remember coming to Japan, doing a show on an army base. Wow. Hey, baby. Hey, Pauline Cynthia. I hope I said it right. I'm 66. Do you think it's too old to reinvent myself? Are you still breathing? And who are you trying to reinvent yourself to be, baby? If you still have breath, do it. Shit. If they ain't called your number yet, go. What you want to be at 66? You want to be a ballerina? Put your damn ballerina shoes on. What you want to be? You want to be a synchronized swimmer? Do it. What you want to do? You want to be a boxer? Get in the ring and fight. What you want to do? What do you want to do? Because do it.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
That baby said, I am still angry at how you were treated. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, baby. That baby said, I'm angry at how you were treated when you won the Oscar. Okay. I'm sorry. I had misread that wrong. I had to read it again. You know, I made it my business to know the history of that award. And I made it my business to know about the first black woman who won that award. And if you go back and you read history and historically about that award, what happened with me was nothing new. What happened with me was just history repeating itself. So go back and read up on Hattie McDaniel and what happened after she won that Oscar. Read up on it. I made it my business to read up on that woman and how she was treated and what happened after she won it. And after she won it, they had to let her know, please believe you're nothing special. Please believe. Oh, so now you think you should get more money? Oh, so now you think you should be treated with respect? Oh, so now you think that because you won the highest award that you can win in the world for acting, that we should treat you any differently. And she felt like they should have. And then they had to let her know. And then what happened was, just like if we go all the way back to slavery, and I say this unflinching because it's what it is. In slavery, when one person got out of line, they would them. And they would them so good, baby, that it would scare the other enslaved brothers and sisters. And it would scare them so much that they would say, I'm not going to do that because you saw what happened to that person. Nothing's changed. That's unfair. Yes, it has. Some things have changed. Some things have changed. However, when it comes to that trophy, which you watch them do to Hattie McDaniel, it can still happen, as y'all saw what happened with me. No one could pinpoint out what I did wrong. No one could say, this is what she did wrong. This is the violation. No one. But because I said, you cannot mistreat me, you cannot disrespect me, we're going to have to show y'all what happens when you stand up. That's all. That's all. And then people say, Monique, would you do it again? If you could do it all over, would you do it again? Well, no one could tell me what I did wrong. So yes. That's all. So I appreciate you putting that down, my baby. When that baby said, how do you just accept something so unjust? Do you take a stand? Do you STFU? How do you accept? I don't. I can't speak for others, baby, but I don't, because too many gave their lives so that I wouldn't have to. Too many things, too many things, too many unjust, unfair, too many sacrificed so that I wouldn't have to go through the same thing. Not saying I don't have to go through anything, but not the same thing. Mr. Chuck, that's all I did, baby. And that's all I'll continue to do. If you don't stand up for yourself, how can you expect anybody else to stand for you or with you? You got to stand up for yourself, baby, even if it feels like the world is against you. If you know you're right, You've got to stand. And that, in my humble opinion, is when your faith is being tested, is when you're being tested. The universe is watching. Do you believe that we got you? Or do you believe in what the masses are saying and you're going to fold? You got a choice to make. Do you and Lee Daniels have dinner? Well, Lee Daniels and I have not had dinner in a while, baby, because we live in 2 different states. But when we get together, we make our way to it. That baby said, do you guys get royalties in the U.S. for TV? In South Africa, we don't today. We had to do a silent protest to Parliament to save South African film and TV industry. Well, I'll say this. There are some times you do, and there are some things people sign up for that you don't. So there's no written law. There's no handbook in Hollywood. There's no handbook. There's no policing it. There's not. So some things when you sign up, you say, if this goes into syndication, wherever this is, there's royalties. Some places say, we're going to pay you right up here, and that's what we're going to pay you. You pick. Oh, I didn't know that Hollywood was leaving the U.S. That's new to me, baby. I didn't know that. That baby said, do you think you will leave this earth with Tyler and Oprah going public about your mistreatment? Do you think you will leave this earth? We'll have to see, my babies. We'll have to see. Sometimes when people leaving this earth, they want to try to right their wrongs. So we'll have to see. Do you have to live in LA to break into the business nowadays? You know what? With this little machine right here, baby, this little thing is doing something different. So there was a time I would have said yes. There was a time, maybe 25 years ago, but this little machine right now, I don't know. That baby said, "Do me and Shannon Sharp ever reconnect?" That's gonna be my brother always. I need to go sit back down with my brother, don't I? Me and Shannon need to have another sit down. Where you at, Shannon? Where you at, Shay Shay? Go get your workout in. Go to the YouTube channel at Mo Worldwide Official and get your workout in. I love us.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.